maybe it would be a nice thing if it was sitting right beautifully down here and I could easily tunnel down to it. Let's see what we can do here. Once you're in a tunnel, normally it's pretty easy to maneuver in it, but of course the major issue will be the position here. So let's see what we can do. Open, make a bleb away from it, inject. I'm trying to inject, so that's not a good sign. It stops us. Go, go, go. Okay. See if it's possible to retroflex here. And can we see it in retroflexion? Yes. Yes, that is it or not? Yeah, there it is. Can I more easily get the knife in here in retroflexion? Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, very easy. Go now, Molly. This looks definitely better. Go, go, go. Okay. And again. Alright, now let's have the knife, please. So I'm going to open, okay, it's not the most ideal orientation, but alright, please, knife, please. Triangle knife. I'm going to open this near it, and then I guess go towards it with a tunnel and see how we go on. You got two options. One, you could make an incision from cranial corner, or you could go left, right. I don't think it matters.
Not flushed yet.
Let's go endocut, thanks. So the underwater part, open, please.
No, I think we can go around.
Knife, please.
The US was not convinced there was muscle attachment, so I think it is now proven it that there isn't. What do you think?
Yeah, I also think that by doing what we did, we've got a very deep submucosal plane. The only thing now is, open the thing, soft please, is to make sure we take a margin.
Oh, sorry. Soft.
Because it would be very easy not to take a margin now, because we just say, oh yeah, we'll just cut that off. And then end up with no margin at all. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we need to make a incision. Of course, I'm now in the space, I think. Because it's the triangle, it's the triangle knife. Also because I'm in the tunnel space I made, right? So I don't really have to do anything, just have to keep the knife in the plane to do the incision. See what I mean? I mean, it's already coming off, right? So this is much easier than a standard incision would be. All right, I think the usefulness of this is over, so we'll cut the room and we'll go back to the seminar room and we'll finish the presentation and do a wrap-up. Achieve a few things in the last part, maybe 20 minutes. I want to achieve a quick recap of that procedure, why we did what we did. Sometimes not completely easy to get that across while doing it, so some interesting things there, I think, for your technique to take back home to understand. Finalize the adverse events part of the presentation, and then just talk through what we think we got out of today. So I don't think it should take so long. Because we just watched it, let's quickly go through this. The lesion, very small. Should you have cut it out or not? I think that's something to discuss with your patient. Do they want surveillance or not? What is it? Not sure. All those things are for discussion outside, and we want to talk about technique, okay? But I think it can be discussed whether you left this alone or cut this out, depending on the age of the patient. Okay, then there was, okay, this is in a very annoying position. Actually, I think at one point I was trying to, yeah, the injection wasn't working. It was giving repeated intramucosal injections. How did I solve that? Got someone to hold the scope, got into a better position, got a better lift, but not in the same place, actually. Something wrong with the mucosa in that. Made me have to go a different direction when I got in there, but okay, it was doable. Made a longitudinal incision. I think matters whether you do cranial cord or longitudinal. With endocut, effect 2 with the triangle knife, lots of spray. See this spray here to open the plane enough to then be able to do that, to get the endoscope in. So all that's very quick. That's something you should break down when you're doing it yourself. but it is make an incision, trim, 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 trim underneath to get the endoscope in. Use a conical cap. This will get you in. Then look, see this movement? I want to see where I'm going. Get the directionality right. It still wasn't very easy, was it? Let's be honest. I mean, as much as I tried. So then I'm like, okay, I don't want to go down there. I want to go up. So then I intentionally look up during the thing, and I'm really dragging the scope up, even towards the lip of this tunnel, dragging it up to force the tunnel to go in the direction I want it to go, right? So there's where I want to go. I think it's not bad. So we keep going, and then it's not clear what's going on. I keep checking, okay, I keep going. I think the thing's all right, but I don't ever see anything. I think maybe this is something, but it doesn't ever turn out to be anything. Maybe that was the lesion. But as I keep on doing submucosal injection and pushing in, there is just a plane, right? So this is a great technique to tell you if there's something invasive or not, something in the muscle or not. Because as soon as there's some problem, you just come out and close this and it's done, right? And this is easy to close, so whatever. And then this was great, wasn't it? One injection of this wasn't enough, really. Can we see this in retrospect? Not really. Not so easy. We had to inject more, and I was afraid of injecting more because of an experience I had before where I injected too much and it all went green, blah, blah, blah. I did a bit more of a lot of dissection underneath it, I think it was, because in the end it looked like that. Then a bit more injection of this. This was the answer, right? Because now there's a light, and I also know where that is, right? So I know that this way, up here, is normal mucosa, and the lesion must be here because of where I put that. I guess it could be, no, it must be here because this is cranial, this is caudal, it must be here, the lesion. I know that. So I also kind of know I'm underneath it. So, okay, I'll just do a little bit more, freeing the edges. So this is a bit of pocket creation, free one edge, free another edge, blah, blah, blah. And then you think, as soon as you see your light almost in the middle of the roof of the tunnel, right? Then you think, okay, now it's not in the muscle. Let's just cut around it and remove it. I think you said that. So then using the triangle knife to do that, I mean, yeah, it's not the, there you go, and I think you could see it here. Thing, lesion, end of tunnel. It's a little bit rotated now because it's one. And then finally, cutting around it, not so much special about that, not very easy. Could have made it easier with traction probably, but the traction changed everything. The traction changed it from being, look at what it was like before the traction, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right. It's completely compressed down. Can't see anything. Can't get under that edge. Got to really use the cap to get under there. Compare that with this. What is it? You just had a view right here.
In hindsight, I wondered if you would have put it even more up and more to the anal side, if it would have helped you even better.
Attachment.
The attachment more to the right and more to the back and more than here.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it wasn't so difficult, and I think that wasn't such a problem. And anyway, you see what you can do with traction. And as John said before, when you're cutting and the tissue is moving, right, which is happening here, right? I'm doing it and it's just moving away. This is ideal traction. And look what's happening here. Like as soon as I touch it, it's pulling off, like almost opening up completely. So that's ideal traction. And in the end, touching up the vessels is not for this. Okay. Questions about that? Interesting, useful discussion? Okay.